Yeah, man, I am Masio. Here again with another African man. And, knowledge is the key, So, as I grab them, I pass them on to you all. And I just want to come and say, most of the things that they teach us in school and we read in these books are idiotic knowledge, trying to make us fools. Remember, Bob Marley said they can fool some people sometime, but they can't fool all the time. Because these people taking us for fools over the centuries, over the years, teaching us a lot of foolish, idiotic things. Remember they teach us that the dish run away with the spoon and cow jump over the moon. And we were singing it and believing these things was when we was growing up as a child, of course. I was even singing it too. Dish run away with spoon and cow jump over the moon and those things. And they're going to space and so. They can't go to space. They only can go to the dimension of the dome. They can bore through the dome. The dome made out of diamond, a thick diamond. That's where they get the idea of drawing these diamond shape. The dome, they only can go to the dimension of the dome. And from the dimension of the dome, they can see the outer space. They can move from one dimension to the other dimension inside the dome, not outside. And when you go up to the dimension of the dome, they can float around because now gravity is not up there. They're not going to the outer space. How they gonna navigate through fire? Stars, the stars are living fire. Living fire. How they gonna navigate through fire? They cannot go in the outer space. They go to the dimension of the dome because their satellite have to be set up at the dimension of the dome. Their satellite is not out in space. Their satellite is at the dimension of the dome. But what they do, they blind us because in our ancestors' days, our ancestors could see the dome, but these scientists and these Caucasian and these people tricked us, and they don't want us to know certain things, so they blanket the dome. They blanket the dome. The dome is blanket, so we cannot see. If you notice, when we were growing up, you used to see billions of stars. We used to see billions of stars. Where they are now, we cannot see. We barely seen some stars because they blanket the dome. They blind us. They cannot go to the outer space. They go to the dimension of the dome. But they make their movie, create the friction movie in Hollywood and tell us garbage, teaching us these garbage. They're not going to no space, outer space. They go to the dimension of the dome that they can see the sun, they can see the moon, they can see the stars, but they cannot go outside of the dome. They don't develop nothing to bore the dome. They cannot bore the dome. They cannot bore the dome. No, don't let, they trick you. They cannot go to the outer space. How they gonna navigate through fire? Hmm? They cannot go there. And if mankind or anyone can bore the dome, the whole earth destroy. The whole earth. If they bore the dome, the whole earth come upon the fire. They cannot bore the dome. They go to the dimension of the dome. And as I said, back in the days, in our ancestors, in the ancient times, they could stay in the earth and see the dome, see the reflection of the dome. They and look at the outer space. Look at the moon, look at the sun, look at the stars. It was visible those times. But now these scientists blanket the dome because why they blanket the dome is because the sun is killing the Caucasian. And the sun is their judgment. The sun, the living sun that shines on the earth is their living judgment. So they have to blanket the dome, so the sunlight don't penetrate with that power to vanish them from this earth. So they blind us by blanketing the dome. Mm. They are the one who do it. They are not going to no space. Next thing I want to tell you that yesterday they draw white Jesus and white angel. Nothing like that. Nothing like that. Nothing like that. No go so. You can't have a white angel. Never. Never in history. You can't have a white angel because every spirit is black. Every spirit is black. There is no white duppy or white ghost. Never. So don't let them fool you. I am a spiritualist. I'm the highest spiritualist of the new beginning. And I come to tell you that every spirit or every duppy that you can see is black. Every spirit is black. And how do you know that? I'm gonna give it I'm gonna tell you, man, look here, put the whitest man in the sun and look at the reflection of his shadow. And what you see? You see a black shadow, because when the flesh die, the shadow is what coming back to life to represent you, that you were here upon the earth. The earth is an incubator that bring flesh. But when the flesh die, the shadow is what come to life. So the sun is the X-ray vision of showing you the spiritual man that live within you, which is your shadow. Don't take your shadow for a simple thing. Don't take say your shadow simple. It's because we don't have the knowledge and we don't reach the capacity of controlling our shadow. But your shadow is what come to life when the flesh is die. So there is no white angel and there is no white Jesus. Not in the principle of spirit. Never. But they brainwash us, the psychology taught us ignorantly, and we become ignorantly wise, and we start to convince other to be ignorantly wise as well. There is no white ghost and there is no white angel, because every spirit is black. Every human, every race, every nation upon this earth, they are black by the spirit. Not talking by the flesh or by the vessel. I'm talking by the spirit. The spirit is the most important thing to any human being. Your spirit, the shadow, and every shadow of every human being upon this earth is black by the reflection of the sun. And when that flesh is dead, the blackness will come back to life. That's why these scientists and these Caucasians, they are treating us this way, because they know the truth. So they try to manipulate us and let us be chaotic, that we don't rise to the occasion and reach that level, go on that frequency where we can see ourselves. So they always design things to make us be chaotic in our mind. And when they keep you busy trying to fight expenditures and to fight all kind of things that they manipulate and create for you to fight, you can't see yourself. You cannot see yourself. So they make us into fools. There is no white duppy, and there is no white shadow. There is no white goat. There is no white angel. There is no white ghost. Every shadow and every spirit upon the earth is black. Because when the flesh die, your shadow come to life. That people can recognize that you were here before. Because the earth is an incubator that bring forth flesh, that houses the spirit. So don't let them fool you. They're going to space and out and no lie they're telling. Look at your phone. Your phone, you have a smartphone. Not talking a little phone them, but your smartphone you have now. And sometimes you cannot even make call, the signal is dropping. And they're telling us that from in the 70s or the 60s, they have rocket travel and still going, and they're still getting signal. Lie they're telling, they are liars. Nothing no goes up. Lie them a tell. You can hardly get signal to call from here to Kingston, or call sometimes you're calling your neighbor and signal is dropping. You can't make phone call, but them have ship traveling 30 at 40 at year and still going out into space, and they're still getting signal. Lie they are telling, they cannot go to space. They go to the dimension of the dome, and they can move from that dimension, like they can move from America dimension to Africa dimension with their satellite. with their satellite. Because their satellite, they develop satellite that can use laser bomb to bomb the sea to make tsunami, to bomb the sea to make tsunami, to make hurricane, because there's a wind that carried it with wave, you know. So we have to know these things. We have to sit and go on a dimension and go on that frequency where we find ourselves as God. So we know what these people are doing, because they're registered on a lower frequency than us. But they use psychology to blind and to dumb us. So they're not going to no space. They're going to the dimension of the dome, and they can move from one place to another in their rocket plane that they make. They cannot bore through the dome. How can I say, if they go outside, or if they go outside of the dome and into space, how can their satellite fire a laser bomb through the dome and in the sea to make tsunami? No, the satellite is inside the dome, but it's at the dimension, it's at the last dimension. That's where they fire their satellite, their laser from. They cannot go through the dome. They don't develop nothing that can bore the dome as yet, because the dome make out of diamond. The thickest piece of diamond. They can bore through that diamond. Diamond is so thick, if they could bore through the dome, that diamond, they could dig in the earth and go in space same way. You see, they develop anything to dig through the earth to reach the outer space? No, they cannot do it. So it's the same way up there. They cannot bore through the dome, but they can go to the dimension of the dome and set up their shops, set up what they want to set up. So when they tell you that they go to moon and Mars, lie they are telling. They are lying. They are lying. They never. If they was going to space and go to these places, they would have a museum here with a lot of artifacts, or a lot of what do you call it? The rocks that come from. They would have a lot of things to show that, look here, this is what we bring from space. In 1968, in 1945, this is what we bring from space when the first person go on the moon. They have nothing to show. They have no result. They have nothing to show that they went to space. Nothing. And they are traveling. They're traveling to. Look how long they claim that they're going to space, and they have nothing to show. To say this is it. This is what comes from space. No, don't let them fool you. Everything that they have, everything that you see that they have, that they show that they come from space, they get it from Africa. Certain kind of stone, either they get it from Africa or they get it from Mexico. Certain kind of stone. Lie they are telling. They cannot bore the dome, and there's no white angel, and there's no white Jesus, and there's no white ghost, there's no white duppy, because every spirit and every shadow in the earth is black. That's why they are jealous against black people, because they know that they are black too. That's why so much racism is in the earth, because when their scientists do their research and they go to the moon to do research, and they end up back in the Egyptian pyramid. That's where all nation was created. So they know every nation come through the black woman womb. Don't let them fool you. Every nation you see upon the earth was created through the black woman womb, but on a lower frequency from the black woman. Because our great ancestors, which was the gods, which we are the gods today, create the nation, the rest of nation in our own image, which was abomination to God. So don't let them fool you. Every duppy, every spirit, and every shadow on the earth is black by the reflection of the sun, because your shadow is what coming back to life, that make you eternal. Your shadow give you the eternal life after the flesh die. So don't let them fool you. I am Massewa, 2013, the new beginning of Africa. Yeah, man.